Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent. I'm your host of TrentTokens.com, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking to Jeff Martin, the creator of True Dungeon, the amazing game that we all love. Without further ado, let's dive right in and talk to Jeff Martin about all kinds of fun stuff, including V7, which is next week. Let's hear it for Jeff. Oh, look at the audience. Everybody. Look at all the clapping. They love you, Jeff.
Nice. It's the same people every time.
It does appear to be the same people. Well, I don't know why that is. I mean, what about that guy down on the left? What is he doing? What's that guy doing?
Not clapping.
Oh, he's not clapping. Oh, you know what? Let me do another. Let me switch to my other shot here. Oh, what?
Oh, look at that.
What
the heck?
What is this? For those of you who don't know, today is Elvis Day, but more importantly, it is Jeff's birthday. He didn't know I was going to do this.
No.
So let's all sing happy birthday to Jeff. Ready? A one, and a two, and a three. Happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday, Jeff. To you, you belong in the zoo. Happy birthday, Jeff. Woo!
All right.
Now, of course, this is the season of pirates, so I, as a pirate, am going to take your birthday cupcake and for myself. So,
nice.
How about, would you help me blow this out, though, on the count of three, Jeff?
Certainly. Yep.
1, 2, 3. Good job, Jeff! Yay!
Hey.
Happy birthday to Jeff, and also Elvis. Yeah!
Elvis.
Yep. So, Jeff, how do you like your cupcake?
Very nice. I bet it tastes very good.
By the way, I got you my favorite, or my wife rather, did it for me. It's chocolate and peanut butter, which is my favorite.
Ooh,
so,
nice.
Thank you, Jeff, for that.
Nice.
So yeah, for those of you who did not know, today is Elvis's birthday and also Jeff's birthday. And I'll give you a little behind the scenes. Jeff and I, we test all the video and audio ahead of time, and Jeff said, today is also Elvis Day, and I was like, oh really? Okay, I'll write that down. So
yes.
I knew it was your birthday, Jeff. Sneaky. So welcome to the show, Jeff. It's been a while since I've seen you. Tell us how your holidays were.
Went great. I didn't do a whole lot of anything. Just goofed off mostly. Yeah, I had ambitions of trying to get some writing done, but I decided just to laze around and have a good week. So yeah, and it was great weather for it. I got to go on a convertible ride on Christmas Day, so it was awesome.
Wow, the weather has been nuts. It's been the summer for the past couple of weeks here in New York, and then it decided to be winter, like yesterday. So it's pretty nuts.
Yep. But yeah, that was great.
So by the way, let's see. So hello everyone who's in the live chat, and thank you for watching live. Let's see, we have Andy and Flick and David and 1-2 Free for All, Kill Strife and John at TD. I don't know who that guy is. And Raven. They all say happy birthday, and which is really great. And by the way, you are the same, or you're a little older than my wife, so no wonder we get along. So there you go.
There you go.
All right, so let's dive into the show. We have a lot of things to talk about, but one of the first things I wanted to bring up before we talk about V7, which is next week. Oh my God, so excited.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't taken advantage of the pre-order specials, that ends, let's say that's about a little over a week from now. It ends on January 17th. So I just wanted to kind of give a reminder out there to everyone. If you do a $250 order, you'll get a treasure chip. If you do a 1K, for every 1K and above, in 1K increments, you get 2 3Xs for a total of 6 treasure chips. So definitely take advantage of that if you haven't yet. I have taken advantage of that wonderful thing, and we'll be doing some videos in the near future where I open up 960 10 packs. Whew. 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 Now my back hurts.
Hey, I had to pack 690.
You had to pack that? Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize on behalf of all of us. But next up on our little to-do list here to chat about is next weekend, starting Friday, the January 14th, is the first of, let's see, a 5-part adventure for Barb Beard's Bounty. It's the first one, V7, Ebony Cell. We are chomping at the bit. What can you tell us? How's the preparation coming along for V7?
It's going really well. We've actually play tested it twice now and gotten a lot of great feedback from first the DMs and a couple days ago the volunteers. We tested out the virtual dice roller thing, which we'll talk about later in more depth, and so far it's looking really good. It's interesting module. It's the starter of the whole story arc. So even though we have a pirate theme, most pirate themed adventures start in a town somewhere. So you'll be starting in, I can tell you'll be starting in Shyport, and this first adventure will be on land as you get involved into the storyline. So yeah, it should be good. We got some great sets. John did an awesome job again on the sets and getting everything organized, and should be fun.
Is there anything you can tell us, for the ones who are watching right now, any tidbits, something, the way the sets are? I think you said the walls are going to be different. What else could you tell us about V7?
Well, V7 will take place, I'll just tell you, it starts in a tavern where all adventures should start, and then you have to, spoiler, all right, I'm going to give a spoiler out, so if you don't want to hear it, plug your ears. So you're in Shyport, and you have to make your way to the docks because the pirates are attacking.
Ooh,
so there you go.
Pirates are attacking. Ooh,
yeah.
The pirates are attacking at the docks?
Yes. So just imagine a really cool city adventures coming your way.
I like it. That sounds very cool. And I guess you have all your volunteers and everything is ready to go. And how about volunteering for future events? I assume you need volunteers for future events, right?
Yes, definitely, especially NPCs, new ones. We have like some amazing volunteers that have done NPC stuff for us in the past, and we get some newer faces so that the characters, have a different look. So that would be great. If you've never volunteered as an NPC and you want to do that, that would be awesome. Just go to tdballs.com and you can sign up, and great benefits, a lot of fun. Get to hang out with Arrggh for the weekend. Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry, that's New York. You can keep talking, though.
I'll keep talking. So, yeah, it's great. John's done a great job on the sets, and Rob came from Indy, and him and his wife Lori, and they came and they did a lot of video here for some stuff. So we got some primo video coming your way, so it should be awesome.
Oh, I like the videos, how that interacts with the adventure. That's pretty cool. Excellent. All right, well, I'm very excited about V7, which is next week. And if you don't have your tickets yet, I assume I assume there's some tickets available. Go to td.events and check out the tickets availability. And if you are listening and you're not aware, you can go to truedungeon.com and click on the forum, and there you can see other people looking for players. And if you buy a ticket on a run and you're one of 9 or 8 or 10 or whatever, you can find other people who are on that run as well. So that's next week, the beginning of the Pirate series, which I think we're all very excited about. All right, so Chad says, I shouldn't even listen. Chad says Trent is being swatted. SWAT team at Trent's house. That's not true. Only swatting going on here is my wife, when I do something bad, which is every day. Please call the authorities. She's so mean. It's not true. She's so sweet. So speaking of sweet, after V7 in January, next up is going to be V8 in February. I just want to show people the dates here. These tickets are currently available. The run is 18th through 20. So get your tickets now. We'll do another show before this run. So fret not, we'll talk about that and on the next show next month. But something else that's happening in January is the sale of the next adventure after V8, which is V9. V8 is the Sea Hag. V9 is Isle of Bone. The adventure is going to be March 18th through the 20th. And you can get your tickets at td.events, and those tickets will go on sale January 21st through 23rd, which is about 2 weeks from now. Friday for patrons, Saturday for Adventurers Guild, and then Sunday for the public. And all right, so I'm going to do what Jen says. Please don't talk about me. That's my wife. She says don't talk about her. Okay, honey, I won't talk about you. She's going to, if you guys see her coming through the door, you'll know what happened. All right, so that is there. Now, something else that's happening for V7 is going to be a new dice roller. And you sent me a video, and for the people who are watching this live, you can ask any questions about that. But let's watch this video, and Jeff is going to talk about this, and we'll see some fun stuff. Are you ready, Jeff?
Go for it.
Okay, here we go. Let me get here and take it away, Jeff.
This is a sample of what you'll see when you are playing. So this is an old module, and the DM can do lots of different things. The first thing you can do is ask for initiative roll. And what happens is the first person that clicks on the initiative roll button will have their result shown. Anybody else clicks, they just get an error message. So that's how initiative's done. Next thing they could do is they could ask you to make an attack roll. The way that's done is basically they hit a button on their controller, it pops up attack rolls, and then players have as much time as the DM gives them to press the attack button on the app or the website. And as they do in real time, their dice appear on the screen. So you'll see people pop in randomly. And when the DMs asked everybody and they've all said, yep, we've done, if we're all attacking, then they can end it either with like reveal them all at once. Like this one will show you, like, bam, there's all your hits and all your misses. Yeah, that can be used whenever you're in a, towards the end of combat, time's running out, kind of thing. They can also most of the time, again, they'll ask people, all right, make your attack roll if you're going to attack. And then they'll actually reveal these slowly one at a time and try to give some commentary to make the combat more exciting. So like here, we have another miss. We've got the dwarf. All right, come on, elf, show the dwarf up. Another miss. Dang, fighter. All right, well, Rangers, come on, wizard. This is your last chance. You got to show everybody up. What did you get? 19. Whoa. So that's kind of how the reveal will go with combat. So it should be exciting. They can hold it up as much as they want and speed it up as much as they want. The last thing would be saving throws. For instance, they might ask for a fortitude saving throw. And in this case, basically, you'd go through your app or the website and you would find the appropriate button to click. And then just like a CAC rolls, you would just click on a fort save throw. And again, they all come in crashing in like this, and then whenever everybody said they've made their save, the DM will again either reveal them all at once if they're in a big hurry, or they can do it one at a time. So here we're going to see that as they go, the DM can fully control how long this takes between each roll. So if there's like a character, let's say the wizard is like got 1 hit point, and if they miss their save, they're going to bite the dust. He could really, hold it out for a while. And then you'll notice that some of these, ignore the one above the fighter. That's this. I used a test program to generate this, but a lot of times, let's say the room you're fighting something that's throwing out a charm effect. If you miss, then the effect will show up above your character, like with the ranger. So in this case, anybody that would have missed the saving throw, the DC, a charmed would have came up above their saving throw indicator to let them know that they missed their save and that the effect that they have because of that. Some of the other ones are like slow or slept, that kind of thing. So the favorite enemy, just ignore that. That's actually, I can talk about it now, during attack rolls, if a certain special thing about your character is called into being, like let's say you're, again, favorite enemy should be of ranger. It's just a random thing. If the ranger is attacking a favorite enemy, that'll appear in the attack rolls. Or let's say the fighter has weapon specialization, that will appear if that's used. That kind of thing. So you'll know a lot of cases whenever certain abilities are used and taken. Anytime the app or website takes into consideration like some kind of special thing your class has, then it should tell you that with a status update on attack rolls. So that is the virtual dice roller. I think it worked really well during the playtest. People really liked it. The DMs loved it because it was a lot easier for them to run combat. It totals the damage for them. The players liked it because it speeds up combat. There's always some lag as the DM tries to walk their way down the list on the party card, and this makes it much faster, much easier, and it's honestly more exciting because you get to actually see what your die roll is going to be along with everybody else, and there's a lot more tension, a lot more excitement that way.
Yeah, it sounds like much like with D&D, you see everybody's rolls, and you could cheer when they do a great roll or something. Well, that looks extremely cool. I'm looking forward to using it next week. Wow, it's next week. There's a question here. Well, first a comment. Snake Eyes says, "That's crazy. Can't wait to try it." I'm with you, Snake Eyes. And he also had a question that Chad answered. The Click for Initiative is in the app or in the Zoom interface, and it's in the app. Thank you, Chad. And we're going to make Chad one of the monitors here of chat to, he can help out all the crazy people.
That could be a problem.
Oh, really? Is he a problem at the real thing there?
He's a troubled child.
He is something. David has a question, though. Will spell casting still be handled the old way? In the
old-fashioned way. Well, we're working on that. For V7, there really won't be any... You'll still handle it through the app or the website, and you'll have to communicate all that information to the DM. However, we're hoping by V8 that both app and the website will actually display on here like spell damage for certain things. So it won't do everything, but it'll be nice that it can do spell damage and that kind of thing, so that you can have the fun of seeing your damage revealed like everybody else. Yeah,
I know there's lots of crazy math with the wizards, so that would probably help people too. Okay, so speaking of questions, we have someone else sent me a couple of questions here. This is Andy, so I don't know if Andy was able to watch live. Oh yes, Andy's there in the chat. So these are from Andy. First question: will spellcasters and bards need special tokens such as Ring of the Deep to cast spells or perform bard song in the Silver Sea? That's the first question.
Good question. They will not. Basically, think of the magical Silver Sea. You know, that this isn't for those that don't know. This is the area between worlds. All the worlds are these big floating islands in this mythical, magical Silver Sea. And just think of it as like very heavy air. So you can breathe it. You can do everything you normally could. You just you can't move through it very well. It move it through like water. So there will still be some effects, like if you aren't careful, you might be kind of slowed when you're trying to swing a weapon, that kind of thing. But as far as like anything that has to do with respiration, like casting or talking or any of that stuff, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. So it's a special land, a special area in between the worlds. Cool. All right, so Andy had another question. And speaking of that, if anyone else has any questions, please throw them into the chat, and you could get your questions answered live from the man who is the question answerer.
Let me add one other thing though.
Sure.
However, there may also be encounters that are in normal water. So you might start, some of the adventures might be just right outside Shyport or out in the nearby ocean, and those would have all the special underwater rules. We have an old guide that still should be applicable. Probably needs to get updated, but if you look on the website and the resources, I think it's still there. We'll have an updated thing and make sure everybody knows what's going on. But you don't have to worry about it for V7. It's all in Shyport.
Okay, cool. So his other question, which I think kind of is the same answer, is, does free movement let slashing and blunt melee weapons be used underwater?
Yes, and also in the Silver Sea. So that'll be needed both places, because that's
free movement is needed. Yeah, sure. Now, for those of you who may be thinking, I don't know if anyone thinks this, but I just thought I would share this, a kind of an opinion, if you will. It feels like we're asking Jeff ahead of time, like, which tokens should we use? As you may have heard, I have referred to Jeff as like the dungeon master of the true dungeon world. And I picture this as we are waking up the next day and we're prepping for the next battle, where we're shining our armor and sharpening our weapons and buying the arrows. And the DM is saying, you know, you're about to go into a mountain where it's very cold. What do you want to do? Guess what? You're probably going to go get some cold weather gear, right? So I think that's what's happening now, is people are asking about, the sea, you know, this is a seafaring adventure, so should probably get some flippers or something. So I think it's okay to ask. That's my opinion. And I assume you agree, Jeff? You're okay with these kind of questions?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of Dungeons and Dragons, is that you have a lot of strategic decisions to make about your character, your gear, and all that fun stuff. And then when you get into the actual game, you've got all these tactical decisions based on what, gear and stuff you took. So I think it's a lot of fun. And one of the most fun everybody knows about playing a lot of games is, prepping your characters. So I want to make sure people have fun doing that.
Excellent. Cool. All right. So let's see. Chris has a question. So is this Silver Sea the same location we were in when traveling through the Astral Bliss campaign?
Good question. No, that was the actual astral plane, which is a totally different thing. It was just like space. This actually has gravity, and you will sink into the Silver Sea, and so it's different. Yep. This is all on the prime material plane. It's just how all the different little worlds are connected there.
Got it. All right. Any other questions? Let them rip in chat. And Andy says, thanks for explaining. So, and thank you, Andy, for those questions. Yeah, you guys feel free to email me questions ahead of time. I don't mind that. All right. So there are, I think, a lot of new 2022 things to discuss, but I want to save some of these 2022 things for future adventures. But for those people who like to schedule their schedule, as very far in advance, such as myself, physical conventions. Right now, you believe that you're going to what physical conventions this year?
Good question. Well, we're having our own little get together in June, SkullCon at Walker's Bluff here. And by the way, they've started building the casino now. It was right next door. They're building a $152 million casino, hotel, spa thing. Big, huge deal.
Wow.
The road, yeah. So that's, well, of course, won't be completed by then, but it should be ready to go in about a year. So things will change a lot out here. But yeah, SkullCon's in June. Our next one probably isn't going to be till Gen Con, which is, in August, first week in August. So we've got quite a ways to go to do that. And now let's hope COVID and everything, let's it, happen well, and that a lot of people can attend. They'll feel comfortable attending and all that. So fingers crossed that's all going to go well. And then hopefully PAX West, 99% sure we're going, but again, COVID might affect things there. Who knows? I didn't think we'd be talking about COVID again in 2022, but here we are. So, yeah, and then after that, again, Gamehole Con. Nice thing about Gamehole Con is that we got moved to the Hall D, which is bigger, and it has a nicer facility we've got a green room and all kinds of good stuff that we can do to, we'll have more room and we'll have more stuff for our better facilities for our NPCs and stuff to hang out in, and get dressed and get ready. So I expect awesome show at Gamehole Con next year because we got a great spot now.
You mean this year, 2022?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. I just mean next time. Yeah, next time.
Yeah. The next time we go. All right, is there anything else, any other updates for the physical conditions?
Not as far as that goes. However, okay. I have a little teaser I wanted to throw out there.
Ooh, teaser.
A teaser, shall we?
What is this?
Guess what that is? Can you see what that is?
I, being a professional at what's happening. Yeah, I know what that is.
I just pulled this out of a stack. This is a stack of 20 random treasure chips we'll be sending out at the end of next week to all the players that play next weekend. This is 20 of them. You'll see some of them, of course, are silver or platinum. I'm sorry, platinum. Of course, you normally don't get that many in a 20-year-old. It's all random. Sometimes you'll get more than this. Sometimes you only get one. However, as you know, in the past, it's always been kind of a letdown to see a platinum in there because then you knew, oh, well, it's a platinum, so it's going to be a rare or it's going to be an uncommon and it can't be anything else. But not anymore. This is all because of John Houghton and his crazy idea. So, make sure you keep a good eye on those platinums you get next time because there might just be a little surprise there for you.
What?
Yeah.
What? A surprise?
Yep. A surprise.
Oh, we like surprises. Wow.
So now,
what do we think about that, listeners and watchers?
Yeah. Now, when you get a platinum, you'll be like diving at it, wanting to see, could it be something different?
Wow, interesting. When you say different, I want to enjoy the surprise as it happens.
Yes.
When you say different, do you mean something that currently doesn't exist as we know it?
It is not a rare or an uncommon. So you'll still get plenty of those. You'll still get plenty of platinums, rares, and uncommons. But there's a chance that lowly platinum that you're like, I'll get to them later, might have something different on it.
All right. So, Jeff, I think you know this about me, and everyone else in the audience probably knows this about me as well. I have to, not want, need, I must collect one of every token. Are you trying to kill me here? Is it you or John trying to kill me?
I think John wants to do you in. I think.
I never liked him anyway. All right, let's go to the chat here. So Raven says, so in the not too distant future, we may be able to stay right at Walker's Bluff for an amazing true dungeon, true celebration type event? Question mark. It sounds like it's possible.
I hope so. I've talked to one of the owners, part owners, and they're really open. They're also building a like a meeting facility there. So I don't know how big it is, but there's a possibility that we would have more space at a casino with a hotel and all that stuff right there.
Oh my God! They should love you. You have a built-in audience of gamers.
Yeah.
Oh my! And Snake Eyes says what Raven said. And David, David said what I just said. Sounds like there's more for Trent to collect. Chris says that's cool. Phil Norton does googly eyes. And Flick says Trent's screwed now. More tokens for him to collect. Damn you, John.
Yes.
Yeah, and Chris says, I'm thinking, oh, great, correct. And Gilstrife says, so, Platinum Ultrawares, question mark?
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, my God. And Larry Anthony says, Platinum Vorpal Turkey Legs, exclamation.
There you go. Ooh, dang it.
Wow.
I should have thought of that.
Oh, my God. All right, any more questions from the chat? Okay, I don't know if there's a delay there. All right, so my questions would be kind of crazy. If Gen Con doesn't happen, then what would you do? Or have you not thought about it until it possibly happens?
We have some contingency plans kind of made roughly. Probably don't want to share them because who knows?
Okay.
It might, who knows what's going to happen. I think anything COVID's taught us is that plans are, they're nice to have, but who knows what's going to go on. Yeah, one of the things we don't know about Gen Con is how big an event we can put on. It all depends on how many volunteers sign up. So, and how many people are comfortable coming in and volunteering and all that stuff. So, we might, Gen Con might be huge, like back to its normal size, and we may only be able to put on 2 instead of 4 events. It just depends on how successful we are on getting people to come in and volunteer and how much they feel comfortable doing it. So I don't want to put any pressure on anybody to do something they don't want to do. So I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll let you know. We'll have to make a decision by like May or April to see what we're going to do. But we'll do something that's I don't want to overextend us. So
Sure.
My gut feeling is we'll do less than 4 adventures because just the way that it is with the COVID these days.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I know it's kind of early to ask, but it's also not too early. It will be time to ask in the not too distant future. All right, so we're going to go with 2 more questions here, and then we're going to wrap this up. Bo says or asks, I have always wanted to know if that's you, True Dungeon World exists in a campaign world you have developed, along with a world map, a mythology, etc.
Yes. I wish I could say I was that cool. I was Ed Greenwood. I was that guy. I had several campaigns as a DM, in my earlier days, but ever since True Dungeon started, I've based stuff on like several campaigns. I know people. I've got a friend, Rob Johnson, that he's had this world going on for 30-something years.
Wow.
But I would do more of like a campaign in a year and then throw it all away and start another campaign, throw it all away. So I don't, because I always like, I want to do a campaign based in this, and I want to do a campaign where it's all elves. And so I don't have like this great, huge, ancient shared world. I just have like the little mini campaigns I ran over the years, and I draw from them. So for ideas, names, and that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you for the question. Snake Eyes says, so no hindrances on the boat, but we could fall in the Silver Sea and then there are hindrances? Question mark.
Yes, for movement, combat, that kind of stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
So
cool. Well, thank you very much. Jeff, is there anything else you want to share with the audience before we...
Yes, actually, there is. Everybody...
Okay.
I just wanted to let everybody know that it's time for us to thank John Houghton for being awesome. We have many, many great volunteers, and we have some great employees here that keep True Dungeon going, but John Houghton's kept this crazy thing going full steam ahead since the whole COVID thing hit. So everybody just, if you get a chance, you see him at a con or whatever, go up to him and give him a big hug, because I know that'll make him uncomfortable. And tell him thanks for helping, keeping Jeff out of trouble, putting up with Jeff and getting that all. But he's been indispensable. And since it's the beginning of the year, I thought I should thank him for an awesome year and keeping me going and keeping this whole ship afloat.
Wow, that's very, very kind, and I think everyone who knows John knows that he's amazing, and if you don't know John, he's amazing. He's definitely part of the spinal cord of True Dungeon, so yeah, round of applause for John, and thank you very much for all that you do, buddy. Yeah, he's
Thanks,
the best.
John.
Yeah, well, that's very kind of you to call out John. Kudos to John. And kudos to you. Thank you once again for joining the show and answering all our questions. And we'll look forward to chatting with you again next month. Thanks again, Jeff. Let's hear it for Jeff.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
See you next week.
Month. That's
Good
right.
luck.
See you next week, everybody.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Very cool. Thank you, Jeff. All right, so that was Jeff, the amazing creator of True Dungeon. And for those of you who have watched up until this moment, but first quick, Raven says, thanks, Grunnell, too. Yeah, thanks to Grunnell as well. I know there's a Gip Gub and Grunnell power struggle going on, but... you know, I kind of like them both. You know, I'm that country that likes them both. So for those of you who have been watching or got to this point, I have a couple of tiny little announcements to share as a thank you for watching. Oh, you know what I didn't do at the beginning? So maybe I'll do it now so I don't forget to say it. All that algorithm stuff, liking and subscribing. I know a lot of you listening probably already did subscribe, so thank you very much for subscribing. We are up to, I think, 277 subscribers. I'm sure that's very small fry to the world of YouTube, but it's a pretty big deal to me. And one of the ways to get the word out to other people, because that's what a definite goal of mine is, to try to get the word out about True Dungeon, how amazing it is to as many people as possible. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends and enemies, and all that other algorithm stuff. So now to the two quick announcements. Number one, some of you may have seen this already. If not, I have started to do what the kids do, the talking and the ticking and the talking. You can go to tiktok.com/TrentTokens and see a couple of videos. I try to post those periodically, and I'll try to get better at it right now because I'm sure it's pretty bad. But if you're a talker and a ticker and a TikToker, check that out. And for the fans of TrentTokens.com, if you made a purchase last year, in the year of 2021, you received a green token of appreciation. Check out the newsletter for a way to find out how to earn up to $30 off a future purchase. So you can go to TrentTokens.com and click on latest news. You can see the newsletter or check your email, maybe your spam if you were a subscriber, because the latest newsletter is out. And there you go. So that's a way of thanking you for reading to the bottom of the newsletter and also for watching to the end of this. So thank you very much. Wow, is that our first spam? FYI, that might be our first spam. If not, hello to you if you are a true fan. So thank you again, everyone. I really do appreciate you watching the show. Don't forget to subscribe and all that other fun stuff. And don't forget one of my favorite things to say. It's really hard to frown if you're smiling, so please smile.